Let's learn about 30 new Arabic words from a short Arabic story. This is part 2 in our story walkthrough of Taajiru Baghdad. So let's get into it. كان في بغداد في زمن خليفة هارون الرشيد تاجر اسمه علي كوجيا. لم يكن التاجر علي كوجيا غنيا جدا ولا فقيرا جدا. ولم يكن للتاجر علي كوجيا زوج ولا ولد. وكان التاجر علي كوجيا يسكن بيتا ورثه من أبيه. وكان التاجر علي كوجيا مع ذلك يعيش عيشة راضية ويدخر مما يكسبه من تاجرته ما يزيد على حاجته من المال. So we begin with his name, Ali Kujia. As I said, there's no shadda on the ya, so I don't think it's Kujiya. Ali Kujia. كان في بغداد. There was in Baghdad. Baghdad has a fatha on the top of it because Baghdad is actually not originally an Arabic word. And words that are not originally Arabic, they often behave like this. This little rule is something called mamnu' min as-sarf. And it's also why in the Quran, you will see names that are not originally Arabic behaving like this too. You will never ever see Yusufi, you'll never see fi Yusufi, or fi Ibrahimi, or fi Maryami. Okay, because these names are not Arabic in their origin. You'll see fi Yusufa, or fi Ibrahima, or fi Maryama. Very nice. So likewise, كان في بغداد. There was in Baghdad. في زمني. The zaman is the time. When we're referring to like a period of time. في زمن خليفة هارون الرشيد. Harun al-Rashid was, I think, maybe the 5th Khalifa in the Abbasid period. And yes, maybe one of the most well-known of the Khulafa of that era. Good. I mean, if he's the 5th Abbasid Khalifa, I suppose he's like the 20-something after the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Very nice. What's next? So this tajir, tajirun, a tajir, a trader or a merchant. Ismuhu, his name is Ali Kujia. Very good. Lam yakun at-tajiru. So if kana yakunu in the present tense, we're making this what we call majzoom. Lam yakun. He was not. So the tajir was not. And then we have in brackets Ali Kujia because we're just saying who it is. He was not غنيا جدا ولا فقيرا جدا. ما معنى غنيا؟ يعني له مال كثير. It means he has a lot of mal. نعم غنيا ولا فقيرا جدا. ما معنى فقير؟ فقير عكس غني. غني يعني له مال كثير ولكن عكس ذلك فقير يعني ليس له مال كثير. Yes, so غنيا, it means he has a lot of money, but فقير, it means he does not have much money. Very nice. And these are غنيا and فقيرا with fathas on the end because they are the khabar of kana. So what that means is kana, and whoever was something, okay, whatever they are will have fathas on the end. Good. We'll see this rule repeated a couple of times as well. Good. So Ali Kujia was not wealthy, was not rich, and he was also not poor. He was somewhere in the middle. وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لِلتَّاجِرِ, and there was not to the tajir, meaning the tajir did not have زَوْجٌ وَلَا وَلَدٌ. He did not have a zawj. Zawj, it means a spouse. When it's used just like that, zawjun, it means a spouse. Good. Yes, usually if you're specifically talking about a wife, you put a ta' marbuta on the end, zawjah. And if you're talking about a husband, say zawj. But zawj on its own, and the plural azwaj, it means spouses. It could refer to either. So he did not have a spouse. Wala waladun, nor a boy. Okay, walad literally just means a boy, but in this case it's referring to a son, right? And we do this in English as well. Like when I'm talking about my 2 sons, I often say I have 2 boys, okay, rather than I have 2 sons. Very nice. وَكَانَ التَّاجِرُ, and the tajir also. Yaskunu, okay, he also lived. Okay, when we put kana before a present tense verb, it's kind of a superpower of kana that it just puts the whole sentence in the past tense. If we have something present like يذهب الرجل إلى السوق, okay, the man goes to the market, right? And we just put kana at the beginning. Kana يذهب الرجل إلى السوق. That just means the man used to do it, right? It puts it in the past. So the tajir used to yaskunu, he used to live baytan, he used to live a house. or the meaning we would say in English, he lived in a house. What kind of house? وَرِثَهُ مِنْ أَبِيهِ. وَرِثَ is the verb meaning to inherit. He inherited it. من من from who? من from أبيه, from his father. وكان التاجر علي كوجيا مع ذلك, and the tajir, the merchant, with that, he يعيش عيشة راضية. He lived a joyful living. Okay, very nice. He lived a pleasurable living, maybe would be nicer, because the verb radiya really means to be pleased with something. Good. This is also actually a maf'ul mutlaq as well, for those of you guys who like that kind of thing. A way of sort of describing the way you do a verb, for example, is you take its masdar, you take the noun from it. In this case, the verb aasha ya'ishu, meaning to live. You take the word ish, which is a masdar, it's not the only one, and then you describe the masdar rather than describing the verb. So rather than saying ya'ishu radiyan, like he lived pleasurably, right? We're saying ya'ishu ishatan, he lived a living radiyatan, he lived a pleasurable living, right? That kind of structure is what we call in Arabic maf'ul mutlaq. And much like the example you'll always be given by all Arabic teachers, including me for this, is ضربه ضربا شديدا. He hit him a severe hitting. But you can use that however you wish. Very nice. We have a really useful verb coming up now. وَيَدَّخِرُ. الفعل ادخر يعني to save, to sort of save money, right? To save money. يَدَّخِرُ. نعم, ادخر is what the verb actually is. Very nice. يَدَّخِرُ, he saves. مِمَّا يَكْسِبُهُ, he saves. Mimma is a joining together of min and ma. From what? And he saves. From what? Yaksibuhu, he acquires it. The verb kasaba yaksibu, it means to acquire or to earn. Min tijaratihi, from his trade. Ma yazidu ala hajatihi min al-mal. What is increased upon his need from knowledge, from wealth, sorry. Yes, from his need of wealth. So let me go back to ya'ishu 'ishatan radiyatan, and then I'll kind of translate it in a way that's helpful for the Arabic students. So he lives a pleasurable living and saves from what he earns from his trade, what surpasses his needs from money. Okay, so anything beyond what he needs for his money, whatever he needs for his money, he will save. Okay, so it's only his haja, it's only his need that he uses his money for. Anything beyond that, yaddakhiru, he saves it. Thank you so much for tuning in for another Arabic in 60 Steps story walkthrough. Assalamu alaikum.